Hello everyone, Silent here, and welcome back to another episode of Truly Bedrock Season 2. I hope you're doing fantastic today. I'm doing pretty alright because we have some mild solutions to our interesting problem of sorting 1 million items an hour. Literally over 1 million items from PIGLIN Trading. As you can see, these guys are just chucking out the items, they're getting launched along, and then we're picking them up. It is actually kind of crazy. If you haven't seen the last couple of episodes, or if you haven't seen the last couple hours of live streams, or just the last couple of days of pain and suffering due to trying to figure out this project, let me bring you up to speed real quick. We're not going to be working on this like a ton today, but I do want to keep you guys updated on this project because it's a very interesting little thing to try and tackle. There's a lot of bugs that kind of break it. Anyway, so the solution that we have for actually storing the items and not sorting them is to have 15 rows of hopper minecarts. These things pick up items at 4 times speed and then put them into 4 different hoppers, and then those go into double chest. So 15 of those times 36,000 items each, that is 540,000 items of item storage per hour. Of course, we don't have that much storage in chests, but that's how many hours we can pick up an hour using this little system. So we basically need this times 2 just to pick up all the items from the farm. But now we gotta focus on sorting. How do you sort out all of the items from here in a quickly and timely manner? In case you're wondering why we don't just have the item sorters like right off the ice stream, that is due to a very annoying bug which you can see on screen now. This one has to do with hoppers not picking up the items that they should when there's multiple different item types above them. This affects hoppers and hopper minecarts. It's a really big issue. It completely breaks this type of sorting system and sorting systems that use water streams to move the items as well. So basically, you gotta use hopper lines to move your items around if you want reliable sorting. But hoppers are too slow. They only move 9,000 items an hour. It's a really big issue. So that's why we kind of gotta do the solution that we got. So if you guys have any interesting, clever, or creative ideas, or just really any ideas in general on how we can sort out the items now that we have them stored, let me know in the comment section down below. Yeah, I'm looking forward to getting all this stuff sorted. 1 million items an hour is quite crazy. I really do love this project, but I'm a little teeny weensy bit burnt out from the bugs. We have a lot of netherite gardening hose. We need some names. Name them in the comments, and we'll rename these things in the next episode. Just the fact that Mojang actually made piglins trade netherite, but the only netherite that they actually give you is a netherite hoe. It's an absolute troll, and they know it. I would honestly rather have shears than a netherite hoe. So this little system is not going to be the main project for today. We have ourselves a tree farm slash fungus farm, concrete converter, basalt farm, and a massive ghast blaster to build. However, before we get to that stuff, I am going to go ahead and AFK here for a minute and just use up a whole bunch of gold just so that we can get some trades. I assume this bug will be fixed relatively soon, and I kind of want to use it while we can. Also, I just want to note that this farm is like currently half the speed that it should be. You can have just like 1 tick of delay. We have it on like 8 ticks. This system right here is designed for 4 ticks total, so it could be way faster than we're currently running it, and that's kind of scary. Somebody help me. I think I might have an issue. I don't even garden! So that took all of exactly 3 seconds to fill up the entire storage system. We got that chest, 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 all of the chests, all of the hoppers, and all of the hopper minecarts. It's a lot of items, bruh. Lot of items. Most of that is actually non-stackables, so it's not actually as many items as you think. Also, remember that the ender pearls stack to 16, so it's not actually that many items, but it's it's a lot of items. As of right now, I really do not know what to do with all those items until we can get them sorted, but right now we have more netherite gardening hose than we will ever know what to do with, and I got about 18 stacks of blocks of quartz. We're gonna donate all of this towards the nether highway. Look at this thing! This thing is 1,000 blocks long! It needs all of the quartz that we can give it. Also, I just realized that's a lot of quartz. 18 stacks of blocks? Dang, there's even more in the storage as well. It's just not sorted yet, so I don't know that it exists. So much quartz. I'm so happy about the piglin farm. It is honestly one of the coolest things, and I really, really like it. So that's enough of that project for one day or one eternity. And now we get to go do something a lot funner and something that I've been wanting to do for a very, very long time, and that is a tree farm and ghast blaster. So me and Guy are going to be meeting up. I'm going to be designing a non-tuple, or just 9-tuple ghast blaster that can blast many things and break many blocks automatically for you. And then Guy is going to be working on a tree farm. So by the end of our little collab, we're going to have a fully automatic tree farm that you can just stand there and plant the trees, and then they get grown up and then automatically harvested and put into a chest, and it should be a really fun thing. Real quick though, we do need to do a couple small projects before we meet up with him. So our first little project in today's episode has to do with the lovely villager trading hall that we set up a couple of episodes ago. As you can see, Zloy has been busy over here doing his best work, and this area has become very, like, I don't know the proper words that they use to describe the thing, but it's kind of like after apocalypse, kind of like junkyard-ish kind of theme. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, that kind of style. And actually, it looks really cool. Kind of like punk, apocalyptic. I don't know. It's really awesome, though. We got a giant skull above the walkway into the actual villager trading hall up there. And there's a whole bunch of other buildings in the area, too. It's overall looking pretty cool. I really like that theme. Anyway, we're over here to do a couple of technical things, because I actually somewhat know how to do that. So we are looking for the zombie and spider spawner, which last I heard was somewhere down here. Is it in here? Yes, here we go. It's got a whole little, like, casing around it now. Anyway, so this system has been dropped down into many magma blocks. Look at that. So we need to set up a collection system for that, and then send all the items back up into somewhere where we can actually, like, you know, collect them and use them. And then also we have a slime chunk. I believe that this is the slime chunk right here. So we're going to turn this into a slimy farm and then send all those items back up to the surface as well, because we may as well get some free slime while we're in the area, if you know what I mean. So that is the quickie little project. So a little while later, we have done some work to this area. It might not really look like it from above, but trust me, stuff has been accomplished. As you can see, spiders, they drop and die. Now, something that I learned from this is that spiders and other kinds of mobs from a mob spawner won't actually despawn. So these guys are falling further than 44 blocks away from us. However, they're not dying. Or sorry, they're not getting despawned. They're just dying on the magma block. So that's pretty convenient. And then we also installed a double slime farm down here. So there's actually 2 slime chunks. And this thing gets a lot of slimes pretty quickly. It's not really like the most efficient slime farm. It doesn't have sky access. It's only got 2 platforms. But it pretty much cranks out the slime. We've already gotten a couple stacks of slime blocks from it. And it's only been running for a couple of hours thus far. So I'm really happy about that. So we set up an elevator to send the slime upwards over there, and then we also set up an item elevator to collect all the string, rotten flesh, and spider eyes from these guys down here. So if we go back up to the top, we can check out that little elevator. But yeah, there we go. As you can see, we got a ton of slime. We got a few bits of flesh and string. So as we're standing in the area doing work, we're going to be getting a bunch of random drops for freezies, which is always a good thing. If you remember about 4 or 5 episodes ago when we first met up with Lee and Zloy, this is the original villager trading hall, where we had all of our villagers, where we had the line for the zombie villager guy. Yeah, this is it. It has since been covered up in this giant shell. In fact, this entire area has been covered up and completely hidden by view. As you can see, the area has really changed a lot, which is quite interesting. So we're not really going to be working over there today. We're going to be working over here in this area, working with ghasts. Now, ghasts, as we all know, are extremely cute and very adorable, especially with my pig ghast texture. So we're going to be making a ghast blaster. Now, Zloy's already done a ton of work when it comes to making these ghast blasters. He has a triple ghast blaster, and basically how this one works is there's a ghast, and then there's a slime launcher and a snow golem. In between the ghast and the snow golem, you push a zombie pigman or a zombie that aggroes the snow golem and makes it throw a snowball at the ghast. and then the ghast starts firing at the snow golem, but the slime launcher fires the fireball to the side, making it break blocks. It's actually quite sophisticated, it's really nice, and he pretty much completely figured that out entirely on his own. He only asked me for like a couple bits of helps, but I didn't really do anything. This is purely a Zloy invention, and it's really cool. So we're going to be going ahead and expanding this system and turning it into a 9-ghast blaster. That way we can have 3 times the blasting power. And then Groova's going to be coming over here and building up a tree farm. And that tree farm is going to be supplying the ghast with many, many blocks to break. It's going to be pretty beautiful. So here's a basic mock-up of what we need to build times 9. So as you can see, we got the ghast, the rail line for the zombie, the tripwire and slime launcher, and then the snow golem. So if we cruise by the zombie, that's going to make the snow golem shoot at the ghast. Of course, it's not going to do any damage. And then the ghast is going to aggro on the snow golem, try and shoot him, and the fireball is going to get directed into whatever we want to blow up. So basically, we're going to have 9 of this in a very small area. It's going to be very loud and annoying, but it's going to be breaking a whole lot of blocks. Now, unfortunately, we kind of do need this many ghasts because, as you can see, every other fireball from a ghast is breaking logs, which is a very strange and mysterious bug. As you can see, that one doesn't break logs. The next one that comes along will break logs. And by the way, ghast fireballs are a very, very weak thing, so we're having a ghast fireball hit in each of these 9 locations. As you can see, they're only spread out by a block, and that is because ghast fireballs really only destroy like a 2x2 area, depending on what block you are trying to destroy. So things with lower blast resistance, like, you know, slime or netherrack, obviously more blocks will get destroyed, but when you're mining stuff like these wart blocks, or the stems, or basalt, or concrete, or wood, those all have a much higher blast resistance, so you can really only reliably break a 2x2 area. There's just a couple of things that you need to know about ghasts. First of all, they actually shoot fireballs out of like their forehead, basically, so that's why the tripwire is all the way up here, and that's why the ghast is actually sitting in a minecart at this block level. It's very strange. And also, like, the tripwire has a very small hitbox. You can barely even see it. So to get a ghast fireball to go through that, you gotta have a very exact spacing. I've been trying to mess around with the spacing and the timings, but it pretty much has to be exactly 4 blocks between the tripwire and the slime launcher with exactly 1 tick delay. Otherwise, you get some weird funky business, and it just doesn't really work out that well. However, you might be able to see an issue here. If we have 3 of these in a row, then the fireballs from this one are actually going to launch directly into this block. So that's not very good. That's not going to do the thing. We want it to go all the way to there. We don't want it to run into this tripwire, and we cannot move this tripwire. So we got to figure out how to redo the spacings. I'm thinking if we expand it to a 6-block gap, then that'll work. I already tried 5. That does not work. So we got to try 6. Can I place the blocks? So there we go. If we do a 6-block gap, then that would work. Alrighty, so I got the spacing to work out now, but now we're having issues with the middle ghast not actually firing. So the ghasts on either end are firing. As you can see, they're going ahead and they're blowing up the blocks. So that's fantastic. I'm thinking that this one's having issues with its line of sight being blocked, potentially by this ghast. It's definitely targeting this snow golem though, like it's definitely aggroed at it. Like as you can see, if we break this guy, he turns away. So he's definitely aggroed at him. It's kind of strange. So I'm going to try like spacing this out a little bit more, basically just stretching it long ways, and then hopefully that'll fix the issue. So this is a weird thing. It keeps happening. Apparently you can get fireballs in stasis. It's very interesting, but not particularly what you want inside of like a blast chamber. The weird things that you find out when messing with Bedrock. It literally happens every single time. It's not supposed to do that. Not supposed to do that. And now it's happening with that one. What? This is not allowed. It was working fine earlier. I swear. Oh, I got them all to fire in synchronization. Look at that. That is a fantastic, beautiful, lovely, amazing, gorgeous thing. Oh yeah. I like it. Nice. Can you do it again? Oh yeah. This is great. Can we put some blocks over here? I want to see what actually happens. Oh yeah, things get blown up. Beautiful. So I got it to work horizontally. I did need to stretch it out a little bit. It was just too compact before. Might not be stackable. I might have to like do this same thing over here, but like over here and then up a couple blocks. That way we get the effect of having 9 ghast fireballs in a 7x7 area. Hopefully that'll be enough for GHAST tree farm. Also, how did those end up back there? And over there? And over there? I don't know what I've created, but it's a really cute monster. Alright, so I think you can stack them on top of each other when it comes to just a single slice, like in the back. But if you want to have like multiple stacks, like how we need 3 right there, and 3 right there, and 3 right there, that's going to introduce a myriad of problems. But if we summon in a guy, you'll see that they do kind of like throw the snowballs at the ghasts, and then sometimes they'll hit each other, and then sometimes things work correctly, and sometimes everything just completely blows up. So I'm going to try and take this slice of 3 ghasts and then kind of paste it up into the side a little bit, and then have the 3rd slice up and over here. So it's going to be a very long build, but it will have 9 ghasts, and we will have lots of firepower. I don't believe I've ever been so scared by something in my life, yet so awe-strucken by its beautiful cuteness. So here we go. We got 9 ghasts in place. We got 3 times 3 ghast blasters, and this should be able to just completely pummel this wall and ghast fireballs, breaking every single bit of concrete, wood, fungus, basalt, or whatever else we put there. It should be rather beautiful. I need to go ahead and finish up wiring this all together with a minecart rail for the mob, and then just a redstone line for controlling these pistons to block the line of sight of the snow golems, and otherwise this thing should be good to go. And here we are. I love this thing so much. Look at this. They all activate in session. Look at that. Bam. Then this guy. Then this guy. Then this guy. Oh, they all activate in order. It's beautiful. So now we got 9 ghasts firing at this wall. You can see that they do a lot of damage. That is a whole lot of damage. This wall is regenerating every 3 seconds with warp stem thingies. And as you can see, that's a lot of blocks on the floor. I like it. I'm going to call this an absolute mission success. It's not quite what my original vision was. It is way louder than I ever expected. However, it is actually really cute, and I just love it so much. You guys want a tutorial for this? Yeah, you want a tutorial for it. I think this is about as best as I can really get it. I don't think you can really get it much more compact than this. Activating those pistons and having all the tripwires and activating the snow golems all within a small area is a very fine thing, especially with the attention of the snow golems, getting those snowballs to hit the ghast. Yeah, it's a very difficult thing to have happen in a small area. But all things considered, this is not actually that big of a farm. It'll definitely stay within a render distance. And if you put your tree farm like right here, for example, and then push all the logs into that area, it'll be pretty sweet. I am actually really, really happy with this. Mission success! Finally, after like 6 episodes of us going out of our comfort zone, doing things that we've never done before, experimenting with different kinds of redstone, we finally got a system that works, and I'm happy with it. Yay! I can do things. I can design stuff. I'm actually very, very happy with the progress that we have on the Ghast Blaster 9000. Like, seriously, that thing is really, really awesome. I'm so happy that Zloy decided to just go for it and design a Ghast Blaster, and then it was actually pretty easy to convert that into a 9000 Ghast Blaster. So that's a pretty awesome project. Now, unfortunately, we're not going to be meeting up with Guy in today's episode because of rescheduling. Technically, we should have meted up yesterday, but I had to cancel on him, and then we were supposed to meet up today, but then he had to cancel on me, so now we've both canceled on each other one time, so it's perfect. Everything is perfectly balanced as it should be. There's a lot more rain, There's a lot of rain on the Truly Bedrock server lately. Anyway, so yeah, we're going to be meeting up hopefully in the next episode, and then we'll build up the Ghast Blaster 9000, and then we'll build up the tree farm, possibly some other farms as well. It's going to be a really good time. I believe that entire farming area is probably going to go out over here over the ocean, and that should be pretty sweet. Anyway, hopefully you guys have enjoyed today's episode of Truly Bedrock. We successfully designed something, and it actually works beautifully. And I'm very, very happy about it. So hopefully you did enjoy. Of course, if you did, make sure to leave a like on the video. It significantly helps out the video and the channel a ton. If you are new here, then make sure to subscribe so you don't miss future episodes. And otherwise, I'll see you guys down in the comment section. And in the next one, thank you again for watching. And then there was silence.